Tyler, how you doing, man? Let's start
Great.
with that.
Yeah, good man. Good. There was a local three
I
on
don't know
three
if I asked you
tournament
that.
last night over at C3 Sports, and I got to get some runs in and get real tired, man. It was a blast. It was a blast. We played the Olympic style 3 on 3, which is
Okay.
different. You never check the ball. It's like as soon as the ball goes through the hoop, you just grab it and zip it out to your teammate at the 3 point line and go. And
Wow.
so it's
Gotcha.
very fast paced. But the guy that put it together, his name is Daniel Haverkos, and he did an awesome job. He had everybody wearing like legit college jerseys from like we were UCLA, so we had like Bill Walton jersey, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for UNC, of course. There's Jordan, and you got Michigan Fab Five guys. So it was really well done. They had the like a big old banner of all the teams when they like you win and you put your little thing moving on the brackets. They had that, and then like actual March Madness games, like the Michigan State Ole Miss game was playing live like on a big screen while we were playing. So it was a lot of fun, man. It was the first time they'd kind of done it there, and I was really proud of those guys putting it together. Nice event.
That sounds awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's great. I saw they're having a powwow there today, those are pretty cool.
I I
I
was not aware of what that was, man, and they were telling me about it. I ran into my old strength coach from college, and he was helping them set up. And his wife is Native American, and so his daughter is low. Sounds like a really cool event.
Yeah, so I went to one. It must have been there when I was little, and it's really cool. Um, they have like a lot of Native Americans there, and they uh play the drums and they dance, and you can go down and walk with them. It's cool. It's fun to go to if like you've never been to one.
Yeah.
But yeah, C3 they got a good setup there,
Yes.
and
Yeah,
then
really good space, man. You can do a lot of things in that space. I mean, they've had boxing there. They've had like probably I don't know if MMA. I know wrestling. I mean, so many cool things. It's a great space.
they got the sports center too. Um, there by the airport. That's a nice venue
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
Sports Center is great. My daughter's over there a bunch for gymnastics, so it's a cool spot, and yeah, there's a lot of space, man. It's yeah, that's a really cool spot too, and it's almost like some of those weekends are so full, like it could be even bigger. I mean, I remember when it was only half that size, and they hadn't even put the other courts on there yet.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
It's right by the airport. Um, Yeah, so it's kind of like if you're going to the airport from Toff Trees,
Mhm.
instead of going straight, the airport's on your right. Like as you're going straight, there's a turn to your left, and it's kind of back that way. Like I don't know if you can really see it from the main road.
Huh. Okay. I guess I never really go back that way. I'm off the highway by Texas Roadhouse, so I'm close to there.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna check it out.
yeah, you could get there in probably like 6 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a cool spot. They have I think what five full courts, and then another like half court.
Oh wow.
And then there's a whole huge astroturf there, and like two or three really big batting cages. So it's a good spot.
How long's it been there for?
A few years now.
Okay, so it's pretty new still. Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's probably been there 8 years, but they
Yeah.
added on to all the courts and stuff a few years ago.
Okay.
There's a big gymnastics facility inside of it too.
Yep. Yeah,
Check
they
it
have a nice little restaurant there too. Well, it's
It's
not
like a
really a
cafe.
restaurant. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a cafe. Yeah. Pretty good food. Um, but yeah, Tyler, we got March Madness rolling right now.
Yes.
Again, it's good to have you on here. You played in it. You played in this round, Sweet 16.
Yes. Look at this, man.
Who'd you guys lose to again?
We lost to Temple, unfortunately. And man, we thought we were like headed to the Final Four, man. Once we got past North Carolina,
Right.
because we had Temple and we had beaten Temple earlier in the season by 10. And we're like, man, we know we can beat these guys. It wasn't like some unknown team where you're like, oh man, can we beat, I don't know, North Carolina? Well, like Kentucky or whoever. But so we shot terribly, and maybe like 29% from the game or something. It was so bad, and it wasn't even close, unfortunately. And had we won, we would have played Michigan State, who we had just beat also in the Big Ten tournament. So we're like, man, we beat Temple, Michigan State, Final Four.
Yep.
And then we shot 29%.
Well, when you guys, I'm going to pull it up here. When you guys beat North Carolina, like, you know, I've said it before, like you guys that was Dean Smith wasn't the coach. He just left.
Yeah, he just left. It was Doherty.
Yeah.
Brad Doherty.
So you guys beat North Carolina and
Matt Doherty.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, and you know, North Carolina, they had Ronald Curry, they had Julius Peppers, who was the first pick in the NFL draft.
Yeah.
I mean, two just insane athletes. Ronald Curry was he was Michael Vick's teammate in high school. He's like Charlie Ward. He's like one of the best high school athletes of all time.
Yeah, he was insane.
But yeah, you guys beat Providence, and then you beat North Carolina, and then you lost to Temple. So, you know, that was obviously a good run for you guys. But I didn't. My bad.
Yeah, Duke won it all that year. They were the ones that ran the table. They were really good. They had like Carlos Boozer, Jason Williams, Shane Battier. Good old Shane.
There it is. So, yeah, right here. You guys played Providence, beat them, beat North Carolina. Yep. Yeah, so that was the last time, you know, Penn still to this day. Can you see it, Tyler?
Yeah, I can see it. That's good.
I can't make that screen bigger.
And how about Tom Izzo's in it again, man? Well, now he's in the Elite Eight. They just won last night. They had a good win over Ole Miss. It's crazy to think how much time has gone by, you know, 20 plus years, and Tom Izzo is still taking teams to the Elite Eight.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty crazy that so Michigan lost.
Which is great.
Yeah.
So
Michigan State's still in it, so we still got a Big Ten team in there, Tyler. But Auburn, they're really good.
Yeah.
Florida, you know, they had a close game against who did they almost close game against UConn.
Yep. Alabama's very good too, and Florida.
I'm glad Maryland got beat.
Yeah.
Maryland had that great buzzer beater. It was a Sunday night, and the
guy walked. Yeah.
He totally walked. I love the story though. The coach called timeout. He's like, and they're like, "So, coach, what'd you call? What play?" And he's like, "I was just like, who wants the ball?" And the freshman queen was like, "Give me the MF ball."
I'm gonna walk. I'll get it.
And I'm gonna travel, but I'm gonna score. But that was great, man. That was really cool. I had it was a funny story. I was playing for a team over in Japan, and we had similar game situation, end of game. We were either tied or down by 1, and the coach, or maybe we were down by 2 or something. And coach, he said he's Japanese, and so it's all being translated. And he's like, "All right," he says to our point guard, "Toshi, you're going to take the last shot. We need a really good shot." And Toshi's like, No. I don't want to take a shot. I don't want it. No. He was like, and he was a really good 2-point shooter. He was our best 2-point shooter for sure. But he was like, I don't want any part of that. Have somebody else shoot it.
That's terrible.
But it was so funny. Like, there's this guy that is so talented and skilled, but like, you know, is very kind of a real humble, like quiet guy, and he didn't want any part of it.
Was it because of the pressure too? Like, he didn't want the pressure to be because of him if it was missed or what?
Yeah. He's like, if I miss, like, I don't want to let the team down. You know.
Yeah, that's got to be tough when you're in that position.
But yeah, man, so many good games. Holy smokes! I heard the Purdue game was really good last night. Playing who they played? Houston.
I commented on the post. I said Purdue lost so America could win. That's what I posted. I can't stand Purdue basketball. So.
I know. I mean, good for them getting so far after such a good run last year, because sometimes you have a great run, it's hard to repeat that, especially losing a 7-3 guy, Zach Edey.
It seems like their point guard is the most inconsistent guy ever. What's his name? Braden.
Smith? Is it Smith?
Yeah, Braden Smith. He'll either be great or just awful, and I think that's what happens. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Was he the guy that was the All-American for them?
I think so. Whenever he played against us at home, Penn State, obviously we destroyed them, but he didn't do anything against us.
Yeah. I know. But yeah, the games, man, like I was so excited for the tournament, and it never disappoints, man. It is always, there's so many great games. Those guys are so fired up, and like it's kind of cool that like NIL hasn't changed any of that like in-game like experience. Like guys are still like they're competing. It doesn't matter if they're getting paid $0 or $3 million. Like those guys playing so hard to win, and you can just feel it and sense it. So that's what's been really cool. And it made me think of poor St. Francis though, losing that first round, that heartbreaker. And here they are, they make it to the tournament, and then they're like, oh, by the way, we're going D3. What a shame.
Yeah, it's the first year in a couple years for sure that there isn't a Cinderella story, So, but it's not going to happen. I think it was happening more often than usual a couple years in a row up until this point. So I guess we're pumping the brakes on that, and there's just no Cinderella team this year, and that's okay because I think it makes it more great if it's not every year. You know what I mean? Yeah,
it does. It makes it a little more special for sure. Because there was a couple of good upsets, and you thought, oh man, I hope they're on the table. Even like BYU is a good team, and boy, they played really well in their second round game to get to the Sweet 16. I thought they might pull out a win, but then they got beat pretty bad by who was it? Was that the Alabama game? They lost like 113 to like 81 or something.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, it was bad. Alabama's been putting up crazy numbers, like very
crazy numbers.
And Auburn, both of them.
The thing about right now, Tyler, and we'll get into Penn State with Brett too, Penn State basketball. But the thing about right now is you have Houston, who you have. Right, you have Houston or Florida winning. Houston's good, and then you've got Tennessee, Alabama. They smoked BYU.
Yeah,
Duke smoked Arizona. Florida beat up Maryland. Texas Tech won. Michigan State, Auburn. I mean, dude, who's like? It's crazy. Like Alabama, like. If they run into a good defense, we'll see. But to be putting up 100 points in these games this late, I mean, that's pretty uncommon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just hitting 100 is uncommon in general, And, yeah, for them to be doing that against a really good team in a really, like, high-pressure environment, I mean, that's all. That was awesome to see. It's fun to see teams scoring like that. I think it's a great way to play, and there's not a lot of teams that do. Some coaches are like, "Hey, we got to play really good defense. We got to get our sets." Like sometimes they feel like it's a little bit out of their control when you let guys just run and go. Coaches don't like that.
So we're gonna have Auburn, Michigan State, Texas Tech, and Florida. Alabama, Duke, man, that's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
And that's all. That's what. Okay, so tomorrow is. Yep. Okay.
As long as Duke loses, we're good. I mean, that's all that really matters. I hate Duke.
Who'd you pick? Who'd you pick to win it?
I mean, if Alabama keeps it up, I wouldn't be surprised if they won it. Alabama or Florida or Auburn. I could see those three teams winning it. I don't think Michigan State's I don't think they have it in to win the whole thing.
I wasn't sure they were going to make it this far, and then here they are. I'm like, hey, man, good for them. Won 3 games. Now I'm like, who knows, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty I mean, this is going to be a good Elite Eight, and like you said, there's no Cinderella teams. I mean, that's uncommon. But we got 1 versus 2, we got 1 versus 3, 1 versus 2, and then 2 versus 1 again. Like that's insane.
What's like the lowest seed that's in there? Is it
3? I think 3.
It's crazy. It's actually accurate this year.
I know.
Yeah, and like I picked Duke to win just because they have Cooper Flagg, and
He's very good.
And again, I said this last episode that I forget who it was, but they said that since 1988, at least there's been at least one player who was like top 5 pick in the NBA on the winning team. So besides Cooper Flagg, is there anybody else that's like guaranteed top 5 from these teams?
The guy that's really good on Auburn, the big guy, boy, he is tough, man. When he gets going, it's like he's so gifted and just athletic. He's really good. I wouldn't be surprised if he was top 5. I don't know. I don't know the personnel like that well, like some of the guys on ESPN or whatever. But I mean, it's been just awesome seeing these games.
Yeah, and Cooper Flagg.
He's a freshman, right?
Yeah, and like a young freshman too, which is crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and
his driver's license.
Yeah, dude. Well, yeah, it's crazy. Like I don't even know if he's 18 yet, but because he's a senior in high school right now, technically.
He reclassified. Wow.
Yeah. So
it's crazy.
Charles Barkley was talking about him on Dan Patrick's show, and he was saying how he hates comparing players to like the greats. He said that. He's like, who do you compare? He asked Chuck. He's like, who do you compare Cooper Flagg to? He said, Cooper Flagg. He said, there's people saying like, for example, LeBron James. He was just on Pat McAfee, and he was talking about a lot of stuff, but they were like talking about who's going to be the next LeBron James. And I think even LeBron said that Luka could be the next guy because he's up there, man. He's up there in age.
Yeah.
But and then there was people comparing Cooper Flagg to like Jordan and stuff, and he's not even in the NBA yet. But Cooper Flagg, like he's from, I believe, New Hampshire or Maine or something. He's from Maine.
Yeah, Maine.
And that really put Maine on the map because he, like he's from a state that I don't think there's a lot of talent coming out of Maine, but
a lot of good lobster though.
Yeah.
And off topic, but Penn State hockey just took Maine off the map last night, so that was wonderful.
Ooh,
to see.
Yeah,
5-1.
Penn State hockey.
Penn State hockey beats UConn on Sunday. They go to the Frozen Four for the first time ever. So pretty cool.
What?
We just got to beat UConn. Yep, hottest team in the country right now, Penn State hockey.
Yeah, they beat number 1 Michigan.
Michigan State. Well, Maine was a 1 seed. Yeah, they just took Maine out.
Right.
Penn State wasn't even seeded, so they just took them out 5-1.
Dude, that's impressive, man.
Yep.
Where'd they play?
In Allentown. So Penn State got lucky. It was basically a home game for Penn State, and then we play UConn in Allentown again. That must be where like the hockey center for some of these big games are at. So I guess we just lucked out. It'll probably be mostly Penn State fans on Sunday as well. So
cool.
Hopefully we can keep the ball rolling there, or puck rolling, I guess.
That's really
cool. Tyler, going forward here, how's it going to play out? I mean, you still got Florida winning.
Man, as I watch Duke, I'm kind of like, I don't know who's going to beat Duke.
Yeah.
Like they're going to have an off night, have somebody get in foul trouble, hopefully not anybody get hurt. But like, I mean, and it's not just Cooper Flagg. Like he gets all the love and attention, but like their point guard, he doesn't even look like a point guard. He looks like a football player. And he's just like all muscled up and like coming down and smart. And then they got shooters. I'm just like, dude, this team is really special. But I don't know, like, hey man, like anything can happen. You get hot or something and somebody has an off half, or it doesn't even need to be like a whole off game. You could just have a slow start or something and get behind. And then, but I don't know. It's looking at his brackets. I'm like, I don't know how any of these teams lose,
Yeah. Well, Dan Hurley, he was like yelling about the refs. He was mad about the refs.
Yeah.
He was like dropping F-bombs and stuff like that.
He's been mad all year. He's been here all year. So,
I mean, they just weren't the same this year. But I don't think Coach Dunn ever did that, did he, Tyler?
I mean, I don't think I remember him getting a tech. He might have gotten a tech one time in 4 years. That was not really his personality. And Danny Hurley has been like that. Not Danny. Danny Hurley. I always want to say Bobby Hurley, but Danny's kind of been that way like forever, man. He's always just that's his thing, man. And sometimes it serves him well. I mean, you're going to get your guys super fired up and very passionate, so guys are going to play like your personality.
3% IRA.
But I remember watching him in college, and he was just like
Robin Hood Gold.
He was a wild man in college, taunting the other teams and stuff. And he played at Seton Hall, and he's just a different dude, man. I can't imagine what his blood pressure must be. I don't think he has a resting heart rate.
Yeah, he's all Bob Hurley. He was kind of like that too. A little bit of a hothead.
Lenovo Center.
Yeah.
The Gators beat the Huskies in a thriller. We're gonna have more on that in our QC Crown.
Yeah, he'd come out. He was yelling.
I hope they don't do that to you, man.
That's the video that's gone viral.
Love to see it. I mean, it is what it is, man. When it comes to you just catch bad breaks, lucky breaks. I mean, for example, anytime Penn State plays Ohio State, they're going to get no calls for them. So, like I said, UConn just wasn't the same this year. They weren't.
I mean, hey, listen, they won 2 in a row, and then they still won another game or so. I mean, I saw some stat. I was like, they haven't lost in like the last, I don't know, like 14 tournament games or something crazy, which is insane.
Yeah. It's weird because I feel like the female UConn team Dynasty was hot before the guys team. Isn't that true? Like the girls team was crazy hot back in the early 2000s around your time. And then the men took over. The girl teams, I think, still pretty good, but they're legendary, man. It's a dynasty. Ever since Gino has been there as their coach, and now UConn did win one year. I think it was '99, and I think Duke was the favorite. Like they were blowing everybody out, and somehow UConn beat them. I think they had like Emeka Okafor and some other. I forget their guard who was really good that year. And then they've won. I think they won one other time with Odell as their coach, Kevin Odell. And then there was some time that they didn't win, and then they won these last 2. So, I mean, it's amazing what a culture like that can do. Because, I mean, what's in Connecticut? Like nobody's like ever talking about Connecticut ever. And yet here they are recruiting these great players. They've got great leadership, great coaching. So I think you can win anywhere. Like, I mean, Kentucky, they've got an amazing, culture and dynasty as well. And what's in Kentucky? It's horses, it's whatever, But, you can win a lot of places if you get the right leaders and right people in place. Absolutely.
Yeah, I still got Duke winning, but I mean, dude, it's hard to pick because you got Bama, you got Auburn. I
think those are the 3 hottest teams right now: Bama, Auburn, Duke, Alabama. Or I said Bama. So.
For sure.
Yeah, and Auburn, man, I feel like Bruce Pearl has always been really darn close, but I don't think he's ever won one, has he? I can't remember because he's been really good at Tennessee. there was actually a guy named Tyler Smith who played at Tennessee for a little while, and a couple years, and then he transferred to Iowa. He was not exactly a carbon copy of me because he was black. Way more athletic. And
Did he
scored
have
way
hair?
more points. But
You don't talk down on yourself like that.
Did
But
he
yeah,
have hair, Tyler?
did he have hair? He had more hair than me. But yeah, Bruce Pearl, man, he can coach him up, man. He seems like wherever he goes, he wins.
Well, speaking of, I was just gonna say, you can win anywhere with good leadership and everything. I think Mike Rhodes was on the right track, and then just couldn't close out games this year. It's fixable. It needs to be fixed, for next season.
Yeah, that's what I want to jump into real quick before we get off here. Yeah, man, just didn't. You guys talk about Penn State basketball. You guys haven't talked about it yet, but I just got you guys pulled up here from when you made it. Penn State Threads always puts up good stuff. Yes,
that's awesome. There he is.
Crispin.
Joe, when I interviewed him, he still looks like this.
He does. He looks exactly like that.
Yeah.
There's Terry Dunn.
Terry Dunn, the identical twin of Jerry.
I like the classic jersey. I like those jerseys.
It's
Tyler
funny.
in the background there.
Now that March Madness is going on, we're seeing these games. My girls were like, "Dad, let's see like one of your games." And so we pulled up a little bit of the North Carolina, whatever, and they're like, "Your jerseys are so big and baggy." I'm like, "Yeah, different style now." But like at the time, we thought we were so cool because we're like, "Oh my gosh, those guys in the 70s and 80s with the short shorts, like how lame were they?"
Hey, Tyler, did you ever play against the Fab Five or no?
No, I did not. They were a few years before me.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. They were in early 90s, I think.
Yeah, they were early 90s. And there's a great book by Mitch Albom. I think it's just called The Fab Five. And oh my gosh, it's so fun just to kind of do a behind the scenes look into those guys and how the night before their championship game, I think before their first one, they had brought their Sega Genesis old school on the road with them and plugged it into their hotel TV, and they were just playing games all night long. Like they pulled it all night, like they didn't even sleep. And then they went out and played the championship game.
But yeah, man, I mean, what do you guys think about, Brett? What do you think about the state of Penn State basketball right now?
It's going to be a little bit of rebuild mode. I mean, it really stinks that Miles Goodman's leaving already. I mean, you were a freshman. You played a little bit. You need a little bit more time to develop. I don't really know why he's leaving. Don't really understand that. And then Javin Carter's leaving, the true freshman that played a decent bit from Tennessee, the point guard. I can see why he's leaving because we got a very good true freshman coming in. Caden Wingo, I think is his name. Caden Mingo.
Mingo,
from New York. He's going to be very good, so maybe that's why. I'm not really sure, but we got a good recruiting class coming in, so we'll see. But they're gonna go in the portal and they're gonna get some more guys. I trust Mike Rhodes. I mean, they got Yannick Conan Neuenheiser. I mean, he's legit. I mean, he was most of our team the last couple games. Like he was the only one really scoring. Well, DeMarco Dunn had a good run too, and I just think players getting hurt and then players playing hurt. Mainly, what's his name? Our point guard. Ace was playing with a back injury, which that can't be fun. And I think that affected the team as a whole because he's the point guard. So
yeah, it's injuries. They lost a lot of close games.
Yep.
They were so many close games to having a good record. So
yeah. And I tell you, like the first half of the season, when we did a couple of these, Mark, it was like, dude, these guys looking great. They're a tournament team, and they really looked it.
Yeah.
And then when I think the turning point for them, unfortunately, was when Puff went down, Puff Johnson, and he's one of those guys that like we had him on our team. It was Titus Ivory. You just saw him in the video. Like he was a guy that could score. He played D. He knew how to win. Like he's a veteran guy. And when you lose a guy like that, and especially with his size, I mean, he's like, he's tall, man. He's like
6'8".
taller than me. Yeah, 6'8", 6'9", and his wingspan, like that was a big loss. And I mean, there's no excuses. People get injured, and every team has that. But I think that really was the catalyst, unfortunately, because there's nobody to replace a guy like that. And so, yeah, it kind of spiraled a little bit from there. I thought it was a good just kind of statement, though, at the very end when they went out to Wisconsin and got a win to finish the season, for what it's worth. And, a lot of people might think, oh, whatever. Wisconsin wasn't trying hard because they already had the postseason locked up and they didn't care about Penn State. And that's true. But Penn State, at the same time, very easily could have been like, what does this game mean? Like, we're on the road, whatever. So I was proud of that. And I'm just really glad that Yannick is coming back, because I think he's going to be a huge foundational piece. You got the big man piece figured out. Now you just got you got an awesome top 50 guy, like you said, Mingo coming in. So they just need to put some really good pieces around him. They did an awesome job, going after putting a whole team together 2 years ago from the transfer portal. And I'm very confident they'll do it again. They use Mike Rhodes is a guy that knows how to attract people, and just when you're around him, it's like he's fun to be around. He's fun to talk to. He's not like, oh, he can't relate to these kids. He's one of these guys that I think guys are drawn to. And the whole staff is like that. Like they're awesome guys. And so I think they're gonna get some good guys. I can't wait to see who they pick up.
Absolutely. And Yannick is the athleticism that he was showing the second half of the season, like the way he moves around. He doesn't move like he's 7 foot. He really doesn't.
Yeah.
Like he moves insanely athletic, like just twists and turns. He's good. Could be legit.
Yeah, I was really impressed with his improvement over the course of the season, especially the second half.
Mason Blackwood, that's the other guy. He's like a top 150 or a top 200 guy who's coming in with Mingo.
Oh, yeah.
Mason Blackwood or something. That's his name.
Cool.
Recruit, so.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I hope, it's again, just so many close games, injuries. Like, it just wasn't a good season in the sense that nothing went their way. Yeah. I mean, they beat Purdue, number one,
Sure.
That was awesome. And after that, I was like, okay, we're legit now. But
yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
All right, Tyler.
Great to see you guys. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the games. And I hope you win big money on your brackets.
Nice seeing you, Tyler.
You guys too. Thanks so much. I'll see you.
All right. See you, Tyler.
See ya.
Brett, can you stay on for a little bit?
Yeah, I got a couple minutes here.
All right. I'm just going to go through just stuff that we've sent.
Yep.
Not everything, obviously.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Might get kicked off, but all right. Penn State baseball, they won.
Yep, I sent you that. Beat Michigan. That's awesome.
Hockey. Oh, what the heck is that? Hockey, they won. The Steelers QB rotation has been horrendous recently. That is a joke of an organization.
Insane.
Good old Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, what an idiot. I mean, just stupid.
That's a good way to put it.
It's fantastic.
What else we got here? Yeah, we've just Florida. This is the Only in Florida page. Gas is down to $2. That's what happens when you have a good governor.
Yep.
Bill O'Brien calling his players a bunch of fuckers.
Talked all game long about the emotions of this senior class, the emotions of this team. How were you able to get them to focus and get this win?
They're a bunch of fuckers. They fight hard.
bunch of great
Dude, if you listen to it, like you can hear him say fighters. You can hear him say it. I'm gonna make that a clip too.
He said
with
he didn't say fighters, did he?
He did, yeah. So we'll listen.
But
to
it
again.
sounds like the other one.
You can hear him say it. He says fighters. It just sounds like it. Just listen to it.
Community, this team, the way that they felt and fought this year.
Well, I just feel great for these seniors to go out as winners in front of this crowd.
Yeah, you can like hear them.
Coach, we've talked all game long about the emotions of this senior class, the emotions of this team. How were you able to get them to focus and get this win?
They're a bunch of fighters.
You can hear them say
fight
fighters.
hard.
Doesn't sound like it. It really doesn't.
No, you have to like really listen to it. But yeah, we're like, because bro, I was at that game. That was Wisconsin. Monty Ball was the running back, and
yeah,
he was the guy that had severe alcohol issues. Like he was drunk during games. I'm pretty sure in college. Monty Ball, yeah,
he was insane.
He was really good.
He was very good.
Like I think they even said even during that game, like he had severe alcohol issues.
That's crazy.
But I was at that game. I had nothing but shorts and shoes on. I was painted and I was freezing cold. And when the game ended, I was actually in the bathroom, like by the heater, trying to warm up because I was so cold, bro. Like I walked to the stadium and everything. I had nothing on, painted all white. It was, oh man, that was terrible. It was fun, but it was very cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we got this recruit. I don't think you mentioned him, but we got him deciding 4-star linebacker Nick Abrams.
That'd be a big get. We could use some more linebackers in the mix. So take it.
Dude, Tony Rojas is gonna have to have a year, man.
Yeah, he really is gonna have to. Keon Wiley being healthy is huge. I think he'll step up. Buffalo Wild Wings is open.
B-Dubs is downtown now.
We got the Meadows now too. I was there last night, dude.
The ice cream?
Yep, it's attached to Troy's. It's behind Troy's. Troy's
yeah,
is really
so
good cheesesteak.
My sister-in-law's part of my sister-in-law's family, they like own Troy's. And
wait, so does my cousin's wife's family owns it. Chris Glunt is married to who's his wife?
That's your
Chris,
cousin?
You know Chris?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, Chris Glunt's wife, her family owns Troy's, from what I was told.
She a Geno?
Huh?
His wife, she a Geno?
Oh, man, I'm not sure. I mean, obviously her last name now would be Glunt, but
well, geez, we must be distantly related.
Possibly. Well, I'm not it's the other side because I'm related to Chris, but I'm not related to her.
I got you.
So, yeah. But yeah,
through
it's
marriage.
wild. Huh?
But yeah. So I just wanted to
food.
show this picture too. This is that's a picture right there, man.
Classic.
As we were just talking about Tyler about this, the stadium used to look like this, you know.
Yeah. Pretty
freaking
cool.
Joe Paterno, the OG. But yeah, I mean, we've sent each other. Most of the time, I send you stuff just so I have it saved. Like the Steelers stuff, especially because you're not a Steelers fan. But Steelers are an absolute joke. I thought this was good. Again, we don't get into politics too much, but see the difference. The most true image I've ever seen. Conservative boycott, liberal boycott.
Mm-hmm.
Burning down Teslas, man. I don't get it. Have you seen that, Brett?
The Teslas, yeah. It's a mess. I don't know.
Oh, they talked about changes for the blue-white game too.
The game will not be televised for some of the reasons we've already discussed and you've heard other coaches maybe talk about. And we will have a spring game probably more similar to what we've had in the past, at least right now, as we go through these 15 days, that could change. But I could see it being maybe a little bit shorter. One of the things that I don't think we'll do is a halftime. because there's been years where we'll have 75,000 people out there. We go halftime for 20 minutes and the parking lot becomes more attractive than the second half of the tailgate. So probably we'll condense it down a little bit, maybe a little bit shorter quarters, maybe no halftime. But also I know we have some real football people in our fan base that want to watch and evaluate our roster, get excited and have discussions at the barbershop or at the water jug and discussing what Penn State football is going to look like next year. So I also think it's valuable for you guys. So for all those reasons, we'll still do it, but it'll probably be a little bit less plays and it'll probably be a little bit shorter amount of time. It also probably won't all be live. It'll be a mixture of some live and there's some things that we will not do. The game will not be televised for some of the reasons we've already discussed.
It was
I
smart.
didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. And him saying probably be shorter, no halftime because people leave after then anyways. And he knows that we still want to see something. So, I mean, some people are just canceling it, man. So at least we're getting something, you know what I mean? So, and it's free to go to, isn't it? Blue and white.
Are you going to go?
I have never gone before, but yeah, if you want to go.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I want to do a live show from there at some point.
We should hit it up. We should go.
Yeah, we could.
It's late April, right? It's
we could do a live show from my phone. But yeah, we could probably go.
I'm down. Yeah, I've never been, so I've always just watched it.
Well, we got the Masters coming up. I saw this. Michael Jordan, 1 strength, 10 beers, played 36 holes of golf, and dropped 52 points in a win all on the same day. Him and Tiger Woods are good friends, I know.
You see who Tiger Woods is dating now?
Yeah. Trump.
Yeah. She looks good.
Yeah, that's Don Jr.'s ex-wife.
Yep.
But we got a guy in the top 10 of 2027.
If we can keep him. Him and Spell, man.
Yeah, see, that's the only thing, man. We got to keep these guys. Our running back room, I guarantee you we're going to have some transfers because we got Cam Wallace, we got Corey Smith, Quentin Martin, got K-Tron, Singleton, got Keemon Spell coming in. That kid that went to Auburn, he already, decommitted. That was a while ago, but
yeah, and then there's a lot of hype about Tyke Hayes, man. He looks good. And then we got Jabri Wallace-Coleman coming in the summer from Philadelphia, dude. So we're stacked. It's okay. If one guy wants to leave, not mad at him. We have a stacked room. You hate to see anybody leave, but it's going to happen. It's college football these days. That's what happens. So
overdue for a natty. Penn State is probably the best one besides Texas. Notre Dame, they should.
Well, Oregon's never won one, so that too.
Texas, it's going to be us and Texas, man. Next year, pretty much, if it all goes right. Miami, no shot. Texas A&M, no shot. Notre Dame's absolute joke. They'll never win a big game. So, I think that's about it, man. Worst fans in college football. Dude, we literally have the thumbnail here. Most delusional fan bases in sports. It would be Ohio State and Notre Dame. They would match up. Alabama, UCF, Texas A&M, Florida. Probably be. I would say Notre Dame would probably ultimately win. For sure. Looking at that bracket. What do you got to do today?
Oh, I'm heading down to see a girl in Hollidaysburg.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. What was it? You were talking about the alumni base thing that was posted today. That we have like 950,000. Like we have like 100 more thousand than like Michigan or whoever was second place. So we're like destroyed.
Well, dude, Ohio State fans, they were like, We have the largest fan base in the world. It's like, okay, first of all, your alumni base is low. Your game attendance isn't even close to us.
No.
So how are you the number one fan base in the world? Like, that makes no sense. How do you even find that? This Ohio State fan was like, I Googled it, genius. Like, yeah. Because that's accurate.
Thing.
And I'm sure a majority of that is because they just won the national titles, probably just bandwagon fans.
Yeah.
There's no way they have the number one fan base. Like, there's no way. There's not enough room in this